Welcome to this video. In this video, we can see how to avoid filtering the card visual in a report. There are two ways to do that. One is through edit interaction and another one is by using all function in DAX. So suppose you have a scenario like you are having a card visual here and at the same time you are having a slicer and a bar chart here, but you don't want to filter this card visual with respect to the slicer or the bar chart. So usually when we don't want to filter a visual with respect to the slicer, we use edit interaction. At the same time, if you don't want to filter this chart, this card with respect to any of the visuals here, because if you have a bar chart here and if you select a bar over here, for example, it will become a filter and all the values will be changed with respect to this bar chart. At the same time, here this card chart also the value will be changed with respect to this bar chart. So we don't want to do anything like that. We don't want to change the visual anything in this card. So if you are using edit interaction, you have to go to each and every visual in that and you have to change the edit interaction. So at that same time, you can use alt function in the DAX method and you can use this alt function to the card chart. So we have an example of this. So we are having some charts here and we are having the card visual here, and that is a total revenue. And we have a data set, and in this data set, okay, you have a sales details table, which you're having. We have created a measure of total revenue, and that is sum of unit price into quantity. So that is a total revenue, and you don't want this total revenue to get filtered. So if you are selecting this February, it is getting filtered. Usually when we do like this, if it gets filtered, we will go to format and we will take the edit interaction and we will change with respect to that. But at the same time, if you select here, okay, still it is getting filtered. And if you are selecting any of this column, that will also affect all the visuals, including this card. So we don't want to use that. Like whatever we click here, this option should not get filtered. So it will be difficult to go to each and every visual and use the edit interaction. So instead of that, what we can do is that we can create a new measure. So in this measure, you can name it as revenue without filter equals to SumX. And here we can, to avoid the filtering in a table, you can use all function, all, and you can give the table name, and the table name is sales details, and you can close it. And now you can give the expression for the SumX filter, and that will be unit price into quantity. So since we use all function, this sales details and this SumX will not get filtered. So we'll try that. We will copy and paste this card itself. And here we will change the fields. We can take out this total revenue and now we can include this revenue without filter. We got the same value, but we will see whether it will change when we do the filtering in other visuals. So now we are selecting the slicer and here we can see, okay, here the first value this got changed, but this one which we used or in DAX it didn't change. So we will select the next visual slicer, and here also everything got changed, and the new measure it didn't get changed, it didn't get filtered. So we will select the bar chart, and here also this total revenue got filtered, but this new revenue without any filter where we use all DAX function, it didn't get changed. So in this kind of situation we can use all DAX function so that the client will see the total revenue without any filter. So hope this will help you. Thank you. Have a nice day.